What's good, y'all? It's your boy Ross back at again with another video. So we gotta talk about what happened on this episode of Friday Night Smackdown, the go home episode for Saturday night's main event tomorrow night. I'm looking forward to it. Should be a good time. Got a nice list of matches that I'm very interested to see how it's going to play out. I do plan on doing my preview predictions. I'm most likely going to have to do it tomorrow before the show. I didn't get a chance to record today, so I'm going to try to do it tomorrow, so stay tuned to that. I'm going to go live during the day tomorrow before Saturday night main event, and we're going to go from there. This show, go home show, was kind of mid, to be honest with you. It wasn't really much that, you know, stood out to me outside of the Roman Reigns segment and then what happened at the end of the show. So those are the two things I'm really going to talk about, because those to me were the most important and exciting things that we watched on this go home show. So Roman, actually, I take that back. There is one thing that actually was important, and they started off the show with Jimmy Uso. Jimmy comes out there. He's on crutches, and he's basically talking about the effects of War Games and how things played out. But he's standing tall. He's gonna do what he gotta do, you know. And what's next for him, we're not sure yet. Maybe he'll be in the Royal Rumble. Maybe he'll go for a United States Championship, or maybe, just maybe, you know, he'll go for a World Championship at some point. You know, so he's basically just talking about what's the future hold for him, and he's ready to get to work and make a name for himself. He said he's proud of his brother Jay, you know, and how far he's come. He's even proud of Roman Reigns. He's even proud of Solo. But he's basically letting it be known that Jimmy, you know, next year going into 2025, he's going to try to make a name for himself going forward. So you kind of knew he was going to get attacked. I honestly thought it was going to be one of the Bloodline members, but no, it was Drew McIntyre. Came out of nowhere and Claymore kicked Jimmy into oblivion and started pretty much grounding and pounding my boy Jimmy, just beating him up mercilessly. I can't even say that correctly. He was beating the crap out of him. Jimmy was just helpless, and that's when security and officials came out there. Even Nick Aldis got into his face, and Drew just had this smirk. He's like, you know what? I did my damage. He's walking away, and it seems as if Drew is on a mission. Drew is on a mission to take out the Bloodline and all of those that have helped the Bloodline at War Games. It seems that's his new purpose now. He hasn't learned a damn thing since feuding with CM Punk, and still on a generational run of hate. So it seems that he has a hit list. He took out Jay. He took out Jimmy. Next, he's going to be looks like he's going to be looking forward to taking out Sammy. They have their one-on-one match at Saturday night's main event. So that looks like he's going to be his next victim. And after that, I mean, he's already did the feud with CM Punk, so I think that's done and over with. But I think the next person after Sammy would be Roman Reigns. So I don't know, but it seems he has a hit list and he's checking it twice. So it's very interesting to see how this is going to play out. If I'm part of the Bloodline members, I say we jump them. That's literally the best solution. He tagged them one by one. They should jump him. Simple as that. Just corral them. They should all pull up to one of his matches in all black hoodies and beat the crap out of him and call it a day. Teach him a lesson one way or another. So we'll see how that plays out. So I definitely wanted to mention that. I thought that was very interesting, and we're going to see how that's going to play out. But it does seem like Drew McIntyre is still on a generational run of hate, and now he's bringing his attention right back to the Bloodline that have cost him so many good opportunities and moments in the past. They essentially, you know, pretty much bullied Drew McIntyre when, you know, he was WWE champion at one point and then was trying to take on Roman Reigns. They were bullying this guy. So things are coming full circle. So definitely wanted to make mention of that. Roman Reigns had like a little video segment with Paul Heyman. They were on some dock somewhere. Paul Heyman was in the back, and basically, you know, Roman was like, you know, hey, I did what we needed to do. We did what we needed to do at War Games. We got the job done. but things have been different since, WrestleMania. After WrestleMania, when I lost, I lost my title. Then I lost, my bloodline. I lost my wise man. I lost everything. I've lost my respect. I lost the Ulafala. And now it's time for me to gain all of that back. Essentially, this was him just realizing how much he's lost and what he's trying to obtain. And I like how he broke this down. He said he's issuing a challenge to Solo. He's like, Solo, your bloodline has won one. My bloodline has won one as well. We're tied up now. Now it's time to settle this. It's time to settle who is going to be the tribal chief, who is going to be the definitive tribal chief. He said he wants to have a one-on-one match, tribal combat for the Ulafala. But this time, none of the tribal members get involved. They just watch from the sidelines. No one gets involved. Just you versus me on the very first episode of Monday Night Raw on Netflix. January 6th, you versus me, tribal combat for the Ulafala. And this will be it. Whoever wins this, they are the acknowledged and undisputed tribal chief in WWE. Which we kind of figured that was the route that was going. But the fact that it's happening on the first episode of Monday Night Raw on Netflix is going to be very interesting, because there are rumors and reports that are saying that The Rock will be there for that very first episode. And if The Rock is going to be there, then he's going to play a part in how this match ends. And I can't fucking wait. This is going to be great. Great way to start off the new year. Great way to start off Raw on Netflix. They're going to bring out all the stops for this episode. This episode is definitely going to feel like a PLE, and I can't wait for it. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm glad that he announced that, and I'm definitely excited to see Roman versus Solo one more again, this time to see who is going to be the undisputed tribal chief in WWE. So can't wait to see how that plays out. And I'm going to talk about, obviously, the Cody versus Cody and Kevin Owens segment with Michael Cole as a mediator. You knew it was going to end in some shenanigans. You knew that, but you're here for the shits. You're here for the crash out. Cody comes out there, greets Michael Cole. Michael Cole announces Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens doesn't come out. And then you see Kevin Owens on the Titantron. He's in the parking lot somewhere in his car. He just loves doing promos in his car. So he was like, hey, Michael Cole, if you say you're so unbiased, why don't you ask Cody, why would he sit up there and ask for all of us to help him finish his weak ass story, only for us to get essentially a slap in the face to help the guy that has caused us all issues at Bad Blood? Why don't you ask him that? Why won't you ask him why he's not a good friend, a good brother, a good son? Like he was getting real personal, real disrespectful. And then he even started going off on a rant talking about, you know what, Cody? It doesn't matter how many main events you have. It doesn't matter how many matches you have, all the main event shows, whatever the case. Doesn't matter how long you hold that title. Your best days are when you were Stardust. And I'm like, yep, KO, you're asking for it. You're asking for it. The disrespect with KO it's reached an all-time high, and I fucking love it. And I like how Cody has been in this entire feud. He kept it pretty simple. He's like, you know what? I'm not about to sit up here and let you talk your shit, essentially. You know what? I'm going to go find you myself. Threw the belt down, start unbuckling up his shirt. He was ready to go. And as he walked through Gorilla, he ended up getting sneak attacked. Then they start brawling back through Gorilla all the way to the outside where they just left. And it was a nice little brawl. The JAG security tried to get in there to break it up. Of course, you know how that ended. Ultimately, they get into the ring, and I didn't even realize it, but Kevin Owens had a Stardust shirt on, which I thought was very funny. Love Kevin Owens. He's just so good, because once again, what Kevin Owens was saying tonight and what he's been saying, he's not wrong. That's the great thing about this whole situation. Kevin Owens has a reason to be upset. How he's going about it may not be the best way, but he has a legitimate reason to be mad with Cody because he's been helping the guy that has actively tried to end his career. So I get it, and I appreciate that, because he's not just being a heel for the sake of being a heel. He feels like he is the hero in this story, and he feels like Cody Rhodes betrayed him. So I love that. But ultimately, Kevin Owens ends up picking the title and clocking Cody right in the head, knocking him out. The officials trying to get Kevin Owens out the ring, and Kevin Owens looks like he's standing tall going into Saturday night's main event, as Cody laid there dazed and confused. And that was a good brawl to end off the show. And that was pretty much it. Like I said, the show for me was kind of middle of the road. Those were the most noticeable things that I felt like was worth making a video and talking about. The Drew McIntyre attack, love what they're doing there. Does seem like he's attacking the Bloodline members one by one, so we'll see how that plays out. Roman Reigns issuing the challenge to Solo Sikoa on January 6th when Raw goes to Netflix for the Ula Fala and Tribal Combat, with the Bloodline all watching from the sidelines. Should be a fun one as well. And obviously us getting hyped, seeing a little bit more crash out from Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes. Love to see that. I'm really interested in seeing how that's going to transpire when it's all said and done. But I appreciate all the love and support you guys are showing on the channel. Like I said, tomorrow I will do my preview and predictions live stream, so be on the lookout for that. I'm going to do that before Saturday night's main event, so be on the lookout for that. Should be a good time. But I appreciate all love, support. Road to 150K. Appreciate y'all kicking with me. See you on the next one. Peace.